Hey everyone, my name is James and I'm here today to talk about the next game from Chucklefish Studios that I'm really excited for. Now usually I don't talk about games that haven't been released yet. I'm not somebody who likes to jump on a hype train, but when I saw the original idea for this game and I saw the concept artwork, well, I've had my eyes on it for a very long time and I'm here today to talk about it because I think you guys are going to be really excited for it because it blends two ideas together which are just perfect. So like I mentioned, this is actually coming from Chucklefish Studios, and we know these people from Starbound, which was a game we Let's Played here on the channel and I really enjoyed. And they also published Stardew Valley, which was an absolutely phenomenal game, which is still selling amazingly, even though it's been released for over 2 years now. So what Chucklefish have decided to do is take heavy inspiration from Stardew Valley, which is a game they oversaw and published, and then mix it with wizardry that's set in a school, so a lot like Harry Potter. So it's a mix of a beautiful simulation game and Harry Potter. It sounds absolutely perfect. I know personally Harry Potter is a really big deal for me, and this is actually a game I would have loved as a kid. I would have absolutely melted hundreds of hours into this when I was younger, and I really can't wait to get my hands on it. So I wanted to give a brief overview of the game, a little history so far, talk about some little mechanics and stuff, and talk about some interviews Chucklefish have already done about the game, just to give you a brief overview of what it is. So the concept for this game was actually first shown in 2016 on Finn Bryce's Twitter account. Now if you don't already follow Finn Bryce, he's a very interesting person. He's actually the CEO of Chucklefish Studios, and he also did the original artwork for Terraria from its inception all the way up until update 1.1. And his Twitter account is actually a nice blend of images of games in development, and it also shows off his London apartment, which is absolutely gorgeous. He even has one of those LG signature TVs, the ultra thin ones that are really expensive and I can't afford, but that's okay. He's actually got a really interesting Twitter account. I'll leave it linked down below. So it was actually first shown off as a little bit of prototype artwork. We actually had an original sketch and then a little clip of some lighting, and then not much was actually said about the game for many months. So after a while, people started actually referring to the game as Spellbound, because you take Starbound, remove Star, add Spell, and you get Spellbound. So people were already getting pretty hyped for it, just based on a few little concept images. So I feel like this sparked Chucklefish to actually start releasing more and more. So we actually have a grand total of 7 images of the game, and then a very short video showing off the lighting. Now, 7 images is not a lot to go off, so how do we know so much about the game? Well, it's because of all the interviews they've done. Now, I'm actually going to talk about an interview that they actually did a couple of days ago for the Red Bull Gaming website, and that's actually a really good website as well, so I'm going to leave this full article linked down below. Shout out to Red Bull, you make great drinks and good articles recently. So let's talk about what they said inside of that article. So based on Harry Potter, let's see. Like Harry and his school chums, the player will face a wide range of tasks when they enroll in Spellbound. The game revolves around your path through school, the relationships you build, and your mastery of the several schools of magic at your disposal. So they actually mentioned in a previous interview that magic is more practical. It's not so much like Harry Potter. It's more like swinging a sword or shooting a bow, just magicified. They said players should expect to build up on their magical proficiency by undertaking school projects, and this might have them growing magical crops and creatures in herbology or taking on the denizens in the forest. So by reading that actually reminds me a lot of the Rockstar game Bully, which is actually about a bully set in a school, a private school, where you participate in classes and build relationships with other characters. It reminds me a lot like that, just with the magic. So school life is just as important as magic, however. A lot of time will actually be spent meeting and befriending the varied cast of characters, taking on quests, awkward attempts at dating, and a host of side activities, and that's where that Stardew Valley stuff mixes into the game. I feel like Stardew Valley's biggest point that it makes when you actually play it is to build up those relationships with the characters in the game, because after a while the farming gets pretty boring, but the Stardew Valley community is really involved in shipping and talking about the characters that they've met in the game and the characters that they really like, and I feel like that's what they're doing here. They're taking that and mixing it with all the fun that comes from putting a character in a school and making it about magic. One of the ultimate writing cliches about 100 years ago was actually just placing people in private schools, because it's something that takes a person out of what they know and forces them to adapt with new relationships and just new situations. I feel like it's a cliche method of giving a story because it's good. I do think it's good, and I think setting a game in a school is going to be really, really interesting. But other than that, that's actually everything we know about the game so far. There's no actual release date for the game yet, and God knows how far away that is, and they actually haven't done a press release going over everything just yet, so maybe we'll get that in the upcoming months. So, Finn, I know you want your game to probably be the best wizardry game set in a school, but it's just not going to happen. I mean, you've got to succeed this game, and this game is perfect.
Oh, which reminds me, the third floor corridor is out of bounds to everyone who does not wish to suffer a most painful death.
Go home to your mother, Potter. Oh, sorry, you don't have one, do you?
Death.
So hey, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, I didn't have more to show about Spellbound yet, just a couple of images. So I'll leave all the appropriate links down below so you can follow the game yourself. But if you click that subscribe button, I promise to keep you up to date with all the news regarding this game because I'm so excited about it and I think it's going to be a really fun development process. So, see you all in the next one. Thank you all for watching. Peace. Oh, and the game you saw just then, that was Harry Potter for the PlayStation 1. Fun fact, it's the first game I ever completed. Tried to play it, and it's awful. Don't do it.